Okay. Have we opened VS Code? Have we opened VS Code?
Yes.
All right. Let's create another row now. Quickly. It was meant to be your homework. So I'll do it very quickly. Okay. All we have to do is very easy. Copy this first row. Copy this first row. Okay. Control C. And under it, Control V. Simple. So we have two. The first one is for week 1 and the second one is for week 2. So we change all our href attributes to week2.html. Change everything to week2.html. First row is for week 1 and the second row is for week 2. So when you copy and paste the first row, change the second row to week2.html. Okay. Okay. Now the next thing that will change is our pictures. Our pictures will also change. Now in week 1, we had pastry, Kenya, and VS Code. Okay. For week 2, we would have HTML. This would be html.png, html.png, fitness, fitness.jpeg, and art. This one would be art.jpeg. So very easy. We've created another row. Okay, so in the first row, it's showing us pictures of what we learned in week 1. Second row is showing us pictures of what we learned in week 2. Okay. Now I'm going to share these new pictures in the chat box now. I will send these new pictures so you can put them in your folder. We have HTML, we have fitness. Okay, HTML first. HTML. All right. So I've sent the picture for the first cell where we have html.png. Okay. Now I will send fitness for the second cell. Fitness.jpeg. Okay. And then I would send art. Art. Art and crafts. Art.jpeg. Okay. Okay. So let me give you time to create your new row. I'll just give you 1 more minute. Okay, so we should have this now. Okay, so this should be our new home.html page. Okay, right. Okay. We all have it. We
Yes.
all have this now. We've completed
Yes.
our table. All right, that's good. Okay, so let's go on now. Okay, so as you can see, we can click on our images. Why? Because they are inside our anchor elements. Okay, inside our anchor, we have put images. So it means this image is linked to another page. This image is hyperlink to another page. So if we click on pastry, let's see. So we learnt it in week 1. Okay. Uh, sorry, I closed it. Okay. Okay. If we click on Kenya, this one, we also learnt it in week 1. So it should take us to week 1.html. Okay. And the same for every other picture. Okay. So our pictures are clickable. We have pictures for week 1 and pictures for week 2. However, week 1 and 2 pages, uh, as you can see, they are empty. We haven't put any content inside it. There's no HTML inside it, so it is empty. Okay, so in today's class, we'll be adding content to week 1, and your homework would be to add content to week 2. Okay, right. Are we ready? Are we ready? Please let me see your yeses in the chat box. If you're ready to add content to week 1, please indicate in the chat box. Let's start. Okay, that's good. Okay. All right, let's go back to VS Code. Go back to VS Code. Okay. Let me close this so that I will open it again. Okay. If you're in VS Code, go to File, Open File, and let's navigate to week1.html. Okay. Week1.html. Okay, so we have an empty file. All right. Okay. Okay. Let me ask one thing. Right. Okay. Hello, Faik. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
All right. Have you opened week1.html? Okay. No, because let me ask one more person. Okay. Hello, Fauzi. Okay. No, because let me see. Okay. Hello, Kaushik. Have you opened it? Okay. They are not with us. Okay. All right. We'll continue. Okay, so we have an empty page week1.html. It is empty. Okay. As usual, the first thing that we need to put in our page is our HTML declaration. Okay. We need to tell the computer that this is an HTML file. So we put what? Doc type. Okay. So we have our declaration doc type HTML. Okay, so this tells our computer or another computer that this file is an HTML file. This is the first thing that we do. Doc type HTML. Okay, let me do it again. Okay, doc type HTML. Okay. Now next, we need to put our ancestor elements. Okay. If you remember from the first class, we learned about the HTML family tree, and we said that the first element, the ancestor, is your HTML element. So we need to put our HTML element. Okay, so first thing, declaration telling us that this telling any computer that this file is a HTML file. Okay, that's doc type HTML. Type of document is HTML. Okay, so that's what this first line is saying. This first line is saying this type of document is an HTML document. Okay. All right. Now the next thing is we need to put our ancestor element, okay? The first ever HTML element, which is the element called HTML, okay, as the name implies. Now, inside it, we'll now put his children. Inside it, we'll put his children. We have head and body, okay? Head and body. So we have head and body. So we have our declaration, ancestor elements, and its children inside it. Okay, this is the opening tag for the ancestor elements and the closing tag. Then we have its children inside it, head and body. Okay, okay. So it's very easy. Okay, declaration, doc type HTML, then the ancestor elements, which is the HTML elements, and then inside it we put its children, head and body. Okay, very easy. Once you have this, so this is our HTML structure. Then we can start adding other extra things. Okay, so the first extra thing that we're going to add are the children of head. Okay, now we want to add the 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 children elements of head. Okay, we've created HTML and we've created the children of HTML. I want to create the children of head. Okay, the first child, okay, children of head. Now, one of them is meta. Meta, okay, meta. Now, it has an attribute called name, and the value is what? The value is viewport. Okay, meta, it has an attribute called name, and the value is viewport. Okay, okay. It also has another attribute called contents, and content has two values. First one is width. Width equal to device width. Okay, so content has two values. Width equals to device width, and scale and initial scale equal to 1.0. Okay, so we've created a child of the head element. This child is called meta, and it has two attributes, one name and the other one content. Okay, what this does is just to ensure that our web page shows properly on our web browser. Okay, it just ensures that our web page shows properly on our web browser. All right, now the next child element of head that we want to add is title. Title. Okay, so let us name our page week one. Week one. Okay, so if you remember from our previous class, Title is what shows on the tab. When you open your browser, the tab here, okay, whatever is here is what is inside title. Okay, so we have that. Now the next child that we want to add is link. Okay, link. We want to add the link child of head. Link. So link and press enter. Okay, we can see how easy it is using Visual Studio. All we have to do is type link, and then once the element comes up, we press enter. It's very easy. Okay, for our href, we want to link this file to our CSS file. We want to link this to our CSS file, so put index.css. Okay. We want to link it to our CSS file, index.css. Okay, so I believe this is all for head. We have 3 child elements of head: meta, title, and link. It's okay. Okay, now let's go to body elements. Okay, body elements. Okay, let's go to body elements. Now we want to add children of body elements, because body elements is what shows inside your web browser. Everything inside body is what you would see on your web browser. The things inside head, the elements inside head are like your settings. You don't really see it in your web browser, but the elements inside body are what you see in your web browser. Okay, so the first element that will create inside body is our div div element. Okay, and it has a class attribute, okay, called navigation. Okay, class attributes with value navigation. Okay, now inside this div we have an unordered list. Okay, and of course inside your unordered list you have list elements, li, list item or list element, list item, li. Okay, so inside li we will have an anchor element that's going to link us to our first page, to home. Inside li we would have an anchor element that is going to link us to our home. So a anchor, press enter. So href will be home.html. Okay, and then the text, the contents of our anchor is home. Okay, so simple. So we have inside our body we have a div element with a class attribute of navigation. Inside it we have an unordered list, and inside our unordered list we have a list item, and inside the list item we have an anchor element. This anchor element is going to link us to our first page, home.html. All right, now let us save. Let's save. Okay, let's go back to Chrome and preview week1.html. Okay, back to Chrome, just refresh. Okay, so we can see that we have a navigation here, just like home. Navigation here is the same. Okay, home, navigation, we have week 1 and week 2. Here we have home, the same navigation div with home here instead. Okay, and you can see title here is what? Week 1. Okay, week 1 is the title of this page. Okay, all right, so let's go on. Let's continue coding. We'll go back to VS Code. All right. Now the next thing, we are going to add another div element. After this div, another div element, div, press enter. Okay. Inside it, we are going to have headings. Okay. Headings. Now, HTML has 6 headings. Okay. H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. Okay. H1, let me just show you. H2, H3, okay, up to H6. Okay, so HTML has 6 headings. Okay, these headings are just to tell you what this page is about. Okay, so it's a heading. It just tells you what the page is about. Now note, okay, please note, headings are different from head. Okay, headings are child elements of body, while head is a child element of HTML. Okay, they are different. Okay, all right, let me delete these ones. We don't need, we just need H1 first. Okay, H1 is our main heading. H1 is the biggest, while H6 is the smallest. Okay, so the headings reduce in size. H1 is the biggest and H6 is the smallest. Okay, so inside H1, inside H1, inside H1, okay, we are going to type what I learned this week. Okay, all right, so this is our HTML, this is our element content. We have element H1 and the content is what I learned this week. Now element H5, after H1, element H5, element H5, and the content is, okay, element H5. Now we are going to make our contents to be italics. Okay, we want to have italics contents, and to do that, we will get element em. So we have element H5, inside it element em. Now we'll type by and then put your name. Okay, okay, element H5, inside it element em, and then the content is by and then put your name. So Let's save. Let us save this. Okay. Let me give you 1 minute. Okay. Let us save this. All right. Let's preview in Chrome. Okay. Refresh. All right. So we should have this now. What I learned this week by, and then your name, by Mr. U. Okay. So your own might be by Umar, by Baraka. Okay. So just put your name then. Okay. Let's go back to our code. Okay. Now we'll put another heading. Okay. Remember, heading is different from head. Okay. Another heading called H3 now. Okay. Inside it, we want an underlined element. Okay. So just type U for underline. Okay. U for underline, and we'll put pastry. Okay. After H3. Okay. After H3, we will have a paragraph element. Okay. Paragraph element. So we have first one, H1, what I learned this week. Then H5, by, and then your name. Now the first thing that we learned is what? Pastry. Okay. Now let us talk about what we learned in pastry. Okay. We learned how to make meat pies. Okay. So this is what we learned. Okay. So let's save it now. Save. Okay. Right. Okay. And let's preview in Chrome. Okay. Refresh. All right. All right. Okay. So we will stop here for now. Okay. And your homework, complete week one. Okay. Complete week one dot HTML with everything that we learned. Okay. Remember, use H3. Use H3 and paragraph elements. Okay. H3, pastry, then paragraph, what we learned. Okay. And then complete everything. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Did we all get this now? Do we all have this?
Yes, sir.
Confused.
All right, all right. That's good.
What type of graph is this? I can't tell me. I'm very bad at this.
Okay. Let's add one more.
Many go to the reading and social studies.
We can add one more for Kenya. We can add one more for Kenya. Okay. So H3, virtual vacation, and then, okay, yes, underline. Going to underline it. Okay, yes. Then what did we learn? We put it in paragraph. We learned about Kenya. Okay, so you can add more and complete week one. Okay. Hello everyone. So I want you to complete week one HTML with everything that we learned. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
All right. So as always, you can get in touch with your coordinator so that you can get in the video for this class. Okay.
Okay.
Don't know.
Okay. So bye everybody.
Bye.
All right.
Bye,
So
sir.
please do your homework. Okay. Do your
Okay,
homework
sir.
because at the end of the class we would mark it. Okay. All right. Complete week one HTML. All right then. Bye everybody.
Bye, sir.
Oh.
How do I swim? Wait, how do I go low? fall again, but I'm not mentally ready. God, why are you guys so much faster than me?
Because we're spamming the A button.
This isn't fair! I just wasted all